In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on December 11, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Houston Rockets versus San Antonio Spurs. The struggles continue for the San Antonio Spurs, who find themselves in the midst of a challenging stretch, having failed to secure a victory since November 2nd. The frustration is palpable as they suffered recent defeats to formidable opponents such as the Pelicans, Timberwolves, and Bulls. The Spurs' home court has not been a sanctuary either, as they have dropped 3 consecutive games on their own turf. The latest setback came at the hands of the Bulls in a hard-fought battle where, despite a stellar performance from Victor Wembanyama with 21 points, 20 rebounds, and 4 blocks, the team fell short in a 121-112 loss. Analyzing the game against the Bulls, the Spurs showcased their offensive prowess in the first half, leading by an impressive 13 points. However, their Achilles heel proved to be a porous defense in the second half, allowing a staggering 69 points, ultimately sealing their fate. Despite notable contributions from Keldon Johnson and Tre Jones, the inability to sustain their performance for the full 48 minutes has become a recurring issue for the struggling Spurs. On the flip side, the Houston Rockets seem to be finding their rhythm with a balanced performance in recent games, including wins over the Thunder and Nuggets. The team's upward trajectory was evident in their latest triumph against the Nuggets, where Fred VanVleet led the charge with 26 points. Jalen Green and Alperen Sengun also made significant contributions, securing a 114-106 road victory. The Rockets' defensive prowess was a key factor in this win, as they managed to contain Nikola Jokic in the first half before exploding for 40 points in the third quarter. Heading into their matchup, the Rockets may face some challenges with Dillon Brooks and Tari Eason listed as questionable. Nevertheless, they enter the game as heavy favorites, backed by their recent successes, contrasting sharply with the Spurs' 16-game losing streak. The Spurs' struggles extend beyond mere losses, with deficiencies in both offensive and defensive aspects of their game, evident in their 8-13 against the spread record. Conversely, the Rockets have quietly evolved into a formidable force, boasting a 13-5-1 against the spread record on the season. The transformation of the Rockets since their earlier clash with the Spurs in late October is apparent, with their improved defensive capabilities positioning them as one of the league's best. The odds heavily favor the Rockets to extend their winning streak and cover the spread against one of the league's weakest teams. Delving into the team statistics, the San Antonio Spurs are grappling with a scoring average of 111 points on 45.6% shooting, while their defense is allowing a concerning 123 points on 49.3% shooting. Victor Wembanyama has been a shining light for the Spurs, averaging 19 points and 10.2 rebounds, but his individual brilliance has not been enough to lift the team. Meanwhile, the Houston Rockets showcase a more well-rounded performance, averaging 110 points on 46.8% shooting, with an impressive defensive effort limiting opponents to 107 points on 44.2% shooting. Alperen Sengun has emerged as a key player, averaging 21 points and 9.1 rebounds, complemented by Jalen Green's 19 points and 4.6 rebounds per game. Considering the team dynamics and recent performances, our full game side pick leans heavily in favor of the Houston Rockets, who are poised to exploit the Spurs' vulnerabilities, winning and covering the spread as favorites. In terms of the total pick, the numbers indicate a stark contrast in defensive capabilities. The San Antonio Spurs, allowing 39.3% shooting from beyond the arc, might struggle against the Houston Rockets, who shoot at a respectable 36.2% from three-point range. The Rockets' strong defensive presence, allowing only 33% shooting from deep, adds weight to the under the projected total pick. Expect the Rockets to control the game's pace and limit the Spurs' scoring opportunities, making the under our favorable choice as total pick in this matchup. Dallas Mavericks versus Memphis Grizzlies. In the midst of a challenging stretch, the injury-riddled Grizzlies find themselves grappling with setbacks, having lost 2 of their last 3 games. In a crucial Southwest Division showdown, they are set to host the Mavericks, who, on the contrary, seem to have regained their momentum with 2 consecutive victories. The Mavericks, having endured a 2-game losing streak earlier, managed to turn the tide in their favor by clinching the last pair of matchups. They currently boast a 5-5 record in their last 10 games, holding the 3rd spot in the fiercely competitive Western Conference, a mere 4 games away from the coveted first place. Despite a few injury concerns plaguing the Grizzlies, hope looms on the horizon as Ja Morant is poised to return after serving a 25-game suspension. The team, however, faces an uphill battle, having dropped 4 of their last 6 games. Struggling to secure wins, they find themselves in a tie with the Portland Trail Blazers for the second fewest victories in the Western Conference. Notably, their season series against the Mavericks stands at 1-1, with a recent road victory under their belts. Dallas, in contrast, appears to be in relatively good form, winning 4 of their last 7 games. Eager to maintain their positive trajectory, they demonstrated their prowess by overwhelming the Trail Blazers in a convincing 125-112 road victory. Luka Doncic led the charge with 32 points and 10 assists, supported by strong performances from Dante Exum, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Derrick Jones Jr. The Mavericks showcased an impressive 51% shooting accuracy from the field and connected on 12 of 39 three-point attempts. As the stage is set for this matchup, both teams face personnel challenges. The Mavericks will be shorthanded without Kyrie Irving, Josh Green, and Grant Williams, while the Grizzlies continue to miss key players such as Marcus Smart, Luke Kennard, and Brandon Clark. Reflecting on their recent encounters, the Grizzlies secured a victory in Dallas, albeit without Doncic in the lineup due to the birth of his daughter. Dallas, however, enters the game with a renewed offensive vigor, scoring 147 and 125 points in their last 2 victories. Even in the absence of Irving for a significant portion of the previous game, the Mavericks exhibited a potent offensive display. With Doncic in the lineup, Dallas appears poised to dominate, leveraging his ability to unlock their offense. Despite defensive concerns, the Mavericks have limited the Grizzlies to an average of 109 points per game in their matchups this year, a figure that may fall short in keeping pace with Dallas's recent scoring prowess. The Grizzlies, currently tied with the Spurs for the second fewest wins in the West and holding only 1 home win, face a formidable challenge against the Mavericks. The latter, with a track record of scoring 120 points in their last 3 games and averaging 119.9 per contest, seem poised to exploit the Grizzlies' 29th-ranked rim efficiency. Dallas's 3-point shooting, coupled with their ability to maintain offensive consistency, positions them as strong contenders. In assessing the matchup, it becomes apparent that Luka Doncic's presence makes this game Dallas's to lose, even with their injury concerns. While the Grizzlies possess the potential for an upset at home, the favorable line prompts a decision to support the Dallas Mavericks to win and cover the spread as favorites. Shifting focus to the total, recent trends indicate an offensive surge for both teams. The Mavs have witnessed the total going over in their last 3 games, with an impressive scoring average exceeding 130 points. The Grizzlies, despite being the second lowest scoring team in the league, have experienced 2 overs in their last 3 games. Dallas's offensive prowess, highlighted by a season-high 147 points in a recent game, suggests a likelihood of lighting up the scoreboard against a Grizzlies team that conceded 125 points in their last outing. Considering the historical scoring average of 109 points per game for the Grizzlies against Dallas in 2023, the projected total appears likely to be surpassed. With Doncic back in the lineup, the Mavericks' offensive output is anticipated to reach the 120-point mark once again, even against a resilient Grizzlies defense. Dallas's proficiency in 3-point attempts, combined with Memphis's struggles in deterring such shots, further supports the expectation that the Mavs' offense will continue its hot streak. In conclusion, anticipate a high-scoring affair as the Mavericks and Grizzlies lock horns. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago Bulls versus Milwaukee Bucks. The Chicago Bulls are gearing up for an exciting matchup at the Pfizer Forum on Monday night, locking horns with the Milwaukee Bucks in a highly anticipated Eastern Conference showdown. Positioned at 12th in the Eastern Conference with a 9-14 record, the Bulls have been on an impressive 4-game winning streak, with their latest triumph being a hard-fought 121-112 road victory against the San Antonio Spurs on Friday. Notably, this win showcased the Bulls' resilience, with standout performances from Kobe White, Nikola Vucevic, Patrick Williams, and DeMar DeRozan. As they set their sights on the Milwaukee Bucks, the Bulls are eyeing a remarkable fifth consecutive victory. However, the absence of Zach LaVine and the questionable status of Alex Caruso pose challenges for the team. On the other side of the court, the Bucks, currently third in the East with a 15-7 record, are seeking redemption after a 128-119 loss in the in-season tournament semifinals against the Indiana Pacers on Thursday. Despite the loss, Giannis Antetokounmpo's outstanding 37-point performance underscored the Bucks' offensive prowess. The Bulls' recent winning streak has been particularly noteworthy, considering the absence of key players. While LaVine is still missing and Caruso remains questionable, the Bucks will once again be without Pat Connaughton. Despite the Bulls' resilience, they face a formidable challenge against a revamped Bucks squad hungry for a rebound victory. The disparity between the teams becomes evident when examining their shooting percentages. The Bulls, ranked 27th in the league, maintain a 44.9 field goal percentage, while the Bucks boast the second highest field goal percentage at 49.8. Furthermore, in clutch free throw situations, the Bucks hold the advantage with an 83.3 percentage, whereas the Bulls lag behind at 74.3%. Although the Bulls managed to push the Bucks to overtime in their previous meeting, the Bucks are determined to secure a decisive victory, especially coming off a rare loss. Therefore, our full game side pick is the Milwaukee Bucks to win and cover the spread as favorites. Both teams have displayed an inclination towards high-scoring games recently. Chicago has exceeded the total in 6 of their last 7 games, showcasing an offensive resurgence with scores surpassing 120 points in 3 of their last 4 games. Despite the Bulls' defensive ranking of 19th in efficiency, the Bucks, with their fast-paced play and 4th-ranked tempo in the NBA, are poised to exploit defensive vulnerabilities. Milwaukee's offensive strategy, emphasizing quick threes, transition play, and Giannis Antetokounmpo's penetration, has contributed to their recent success. With the Bucks going over the total in 4 of their last 5 games, and considering the high-scoring nature of both teams, our full game total pick leans towards over the projected total. Expect an offensive spectacle as these two teams, averaging over 118 and 128 points in their recent games, clash in what promises to be a thrilling encounter. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.